Wow.
Oh,
wow. What a good friend.
Why we're best friends?
We're best friends.
It's Sunday night and you're about to watch Tarot Nice to Meet You, the show featuring live tarot reading for comedians by, well, other comedians. Here are your hosts, Carly Smallman and Sarah Iles.
Tarot, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. It's Sunday, so that means that me and Sarah are once again sat on our sofas and we're going to read some motherfucking tarot. My name's Carly Smallman, for those that don't know. This beauty is Sarah Iles, showing off her deck like a yeah. Get your deck out. And we're going to be reading tarot for a very special guest who's a very funny comedian. We want to say hello to all of you as well, so please do type away in the box. Let us know who you are, where you are, how you are. How's Easter?
Happy Easter.
Yeah, happy Easter. Happy Easter. Oh, hello. Hi, Caroline. Oh, she missed her.
Oh, we missed you too.
Thanks, Caroline.
Your voice cracked there a bit. I missed you too.
Sarah's being emotional, Caroline. Don't set her off. Oh, hello, Kevin.
Yeah, so we've got good news. This is our 30th episode.
Happy
30th episode. Yeah, it's our 30th. We look so good for it, don't we? Gosh.
Looking so damn good for our 30th. So if you've watched from the beginning, thank you. If you haven't, where the fuck have you been? But we're happy that you're here now. So
yeah, a bit disappointing that you haven't got on it from the start, but we're glad you're here now.
The first few episodes were us learning, though. So to be fair, they probably said
probably not the reflection of our best work.
So good now.
But we try. We really try.
Yeah,
right. Shall I pull you a card?
Well, not yet, babes. I'm going to just ask people if they want a card pulled later.
Oh yes, I forget that's what
Otherwise,
we do.
they'll forget to do it. That's what we do. If I don't say it, I'll forget to say it forever. So if you want me and Sarah to pull you a card, you can either ask a question, type it into the comments box wherever you're watching, or if you just want some random advice from two very wise women and the universe. The 10 of Cups. That's how I feel for you.
Such a lovely card, isn't it? That's how we feel.
It's so snuggly. But if you want us to pull your card, please type into the box. We will be doing your one card readings towards the end of the show. But Sarah, now say it. Now say it.
Oh, now we're going to do some readings for each other. God, it's almost like I've done it before. It's almost like I know exactly what I'm doing.
Shows. We know the order in which we say things, but we just don't.
Right, so do you want to say when, and we'll see what kind of clusterfuck you've got coming up this week? Let's be honest.
When? It's always a clusterfuck every week.
Oh, actually not the clusterfuck we anticipated.
It's going to be a... Does this mean I'm getting those finally?
Well, I don't know, because this is like the lust, passion. So those of you who are sort of regulars of the show, or those who even aren't, this is a court card. So this is the Knight of Wands. So this can either represent the person that you're reading for, or it could be aspects of their personality that you take on board, or it could just mean, because this card is like action, lust, energy, impulsiveness. It could be that that's either something that Carly should do next week, and that's how she's going to behave, or a guy on a massive horse with a massive stick is going to be riding towards her quite lustfully.
I hope it's a man with a massive stick. I mean, that's what I really want. How big is
he
your
looks quite like he's going for it, like he's coming for you. So I think that's quite exciting. He's got his little boots on there. He's got his little armor.
After this, I'll let you all know if I break the rules of lockdown and get some Knight of Wands. Sarah, I'm going to shuffle for you and see what clusterfuck you've got coming up. Here we go.
Yeah, let's just go. When?
Oh, okay. Do you want to see the card, or shall we do another one?
Okay, let's go. Come on. What is it? Is it bad? It is.
We haven't had this one on the show before.
Okay.
We've got the tower. Okay, so the Tower is one of my ones that makes me want to redraw cards for my friends, because what this card, it's a major arcana card. So Sarah's got a big life lesson to think about this week. What's going on in this card? You can see the lightning has struck the top of the tower, and it's come as a huge surprise. The people that built their tower thought they built it strong, they thought they built it sturdy, and the lightning has come and dashed it, and they're all falling to their deaths.
Gosh, what an exciting week I'm going to have. Good luck to all of my friends and family that have to pick up that shit show.
The advice this week is when the tower comes up, it's saying that something is shaking you to your very core. And the advice that this card gives is that once your tower has been destroyed by lightning, by the universe, by this unexpected, chaotic, shitty event, which depends on how much you like change, to be honest. I don't do well with change. So for me, this is a horrible card.
I'm good with
some
change.
people, yeah, they like to mix things up. So this actually can be seen either, like I see it, as a severely anxiety-inducing panic attack shitstorm, or seen as an opportunity to rebuild your tower to be something great and wonderful, Sarah. So you just take that on board.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I knew this week wasn't going to be the greatest, but I wasn't expecting the tower. I was expecting more like the Three of Swords or, you know, something like that. But, you know, here we go. I'm going to be shaken to my core, but it's going to then clear the way for new wonderful things because I'm a positive person.
You know, the card that comes after the tower in the major arcana, the Fool's Journey, is the Star. And you can't have that moment of peace and rest and reflection. You can't have it and appreciate it unless you've had something big happen to give you that, that peace of mind at the end where you think, fuck yeah, I did that. I got through that. So it's not that bad, Sarah.
Yeah, gosh. So excited for this week now, guys. But stay tuned for my impending breakdown.
Yeah, well, we'll have to let you know next week for episode 31. If I get late and if Sarah falls to pieces, please tune in next week because it's going to be a biggie, isn't it, babe?
That is going to be a biggie. Actually, I'd want to tune in for that as well, just to find out exactly what hellish stuff I've lived through and what kind of experience you've had. So is Carly using a slightly different card design? Oh, yes! My God, you... Excellent attention to detail.
Well spotted. The last few weeks I've been having a bit of anxiety problems. I'm just going to say it on the show. And so I've been using my favourite deck, which was my little cheapy Rider-Waite, which I had shipped over for like £1 from eBay from China, which is very poor quality. But this week I'm feeling a bit stronger. So I'm using the deck which I find the prettiest, which is it's another Rider-Waite deck. It's called the Radiant Wise Spirit deck by Los Scarabeo Games. Hang on, I'll show you the...
It's my favorite, to be honest. It's such a beautiful deck and it comes in such a pretty, I think it's just the colors as well, don't they? Just the whole thing is like, because with the Rider-Waite ones, they have like a border around them and your ones are like right to the top and they've got softer tones. Yeah, nice.
Three-colored, borderless. It's not the cheapest deck, but it's not the most expensive either. So I say, treat yourself, honey. Treat yourself. And if you'd like to treat us, please visit my website, www.carlyswoman.com. There's a donate button on there. So if you'd like to treat me and Sarah to a little tarot deck, or maybe some alcohol because of what's going to happen to Sarah this week, then you can do that there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously my week is going to be somewhat trying. So I think if you want to send me alcohol, I will not refuse. So when I fall out of the tower and it's all destruction, then
you don't even know if she's fell if she's drunk enough, to be fair. I've fallen over drunk into a bush once walking home with my dog, and I didn't realise I was in the bush until I'd been there for 5 minutes. So, you know,
5 minutes or 5 hours, let's be honest. What was it?
Oh no, I was so drunk.
You're not sure you were so drunk.
So
I'm quite proud of
you. Thanks, honey. Shall we get our guest on? Who's another fabulous lady. She's absolutely brilliant. She's a brilliant stand-up comedian. She does shows and comedy festivals all over the place. She's all over TikTok right now. She's doing great things. Her name is Eleanor Conway. Eleanor Conway, welcome to the show.
Hello, ladies. Hi. Hello. I'm excited to be here.
We're so excited to have you. How are you doing?
I'm all right. I'm good. I'm all right. I'm fine. This lockdown's great.
Good. Oh, you sound like me. Everything.
Yeah.
fine, and I don't have problems.
Sounds like someone else might be having the tower this week.
I've got to move yet again, third time in 5 months, because I keep moving into places that are fucking noisy. It's very annoying.
Oh, that's crazy. How have you been staying sane during lockdown? What have you been up to?
Oh, I've not been. Well, I've been doing TikToks and wrestling with the app because I like doing quite provocative content, and they keep going, well, we're going to take that down. And I'm like, that took me 4 hours to make. And then they don't give a fuck. It's just, yeah, I'm just fine.
And
that was so convincing. I mean, we almost believed you there, and I'm proud of you for that.
Thank you. No, I'm all right. I'm fine. Whatever. Just whatever.
It is.
Whatever, babe.
Just whatever.
I feel you.
I'm just happy to be talking to people. That's all.
I feel you. We're all ladies who live alone, so this is a big social event for us, if nothing else.
That's why I get dressed up.
I love that you've been making TikToks, Anna. I've been watching them, not on TikTok, so I don't. So I downloaded TikTok for a day and then lost about 3 hours of my life just going like that. So I had to take that away from myself because otherwise I think that would have just been me for the rest of time. But I watch them on your Instagram, and some of them are so funny. You do TikToks about like internet dating, which as a fellow internet dater, they absolutely crack me up. They're so funny. How's the dating scene in Manchester, babe?
Well, as you saw from my "Fuck You, Steve" from Bumble video, I got stood up last week, which is sad. But then I did a little video on the side of the canal, and it got like 500,000 views in like 2 days. So I'm glad to know that like trauma to my life gets more views than scripted content.
People just love misery. They just are like, that's
yeah,
sad woman. I think I'll share that. Let's share it. Look at this. Look at this sad woman. Obviously, they're the only things that go well for me on like Twitter and stuff. Look how sad and alone and lonely she is. Look at it. So, Eleanor, we have all things woo-woo. So we like to always start off by asking our guests in the first. I like to call it a round, like it's a game show. It's not a game. Like this is just me getting overexcited. It's really minor. We have to find out. Have I frozen or have you frozen? I may have frozen. I'm going to carry on talking.
Think you've frozen, honey.
Somebody's got really bad sort of like stutter internet, but I don't know who it is.
Oh,
I think it might be me. I've turned everything off. I think it's me. Sorry, guys. If you can hear me, Eleanor, can you hear me? Excellent. I'm just going to keep fucking talking. We love to do our first part called Brief Encounters, which is we would love you, because I am fascinated by, like, you know how everyone has like a sort of weird or spooky or supernatural or unexplained story. So everyone's got one, like maybe like ghosts. We've had people talk about aliens, like unexplained coincidences, and I am fucking obsessed with them. So I figured, well, it's my show. I'll just make people talk to me about them. So Eleanor,
I was supposed to prepare this, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Yes, I was.
Yeah, I did say that you read through it, but you don't have to prepare it. You can wing it, babe. Have you ever had anything weird or happen?
Do you know what I did read it, and I was like, I'll think about that later, because I don't really have weird shit that happens to me. Okay, so all right, the only thing that popped to mind was I used to have this wishbone silver ring when I was a young girl. And I love this silver wishbone ring loads. And I got it from, I might have gotten it from Ratner's back in the day. Or, do you remember Ratner's? Yeah, I think I got it from Ratner's. And I lost the ring. And then I was ironing my shirt. And as I was ironing my shirt, I felt the iron buckle over the buckle on the shirt. And when I, like, turned over the shirt, the ring was there.
That's quite weird.
How long had it been missing?
I don't know. But I was young, so like it felt like a long time, but it could have been an hour.
It'd be like a day, or like did the ring have any special significance, or did you just like it?
I just really loved it. I think it was the first piece of jewelry that I bought for myself, so I just really liked it.
That's always nice.
But I don't know if it was I don't know if it was a freaky experience, or if it was, you know, when like you imagine. So when I was a kid, I woke up and it was Christmas Eve, and I looked out the window and I could see Santa's sledge on the top of the roof. Now, I know as an adult, I believed that when I was a child. I know that as an adult that I just made that up with my own eyes. So that is where I'm at with both stories.
Eleanor, I shit you not. I think I believed that I had heard Santa's sleigh on Christmas Eve, like bells and like reindeers, but I have obviously just completely made that up. And I for years told people I had heard Santa. I just, same as you, I just thought I wanted to hear him. Like, this is how much comedians lie to ourselves about everything.
Do you not think that maybe your parents were outside your door just going with some bells and were just like, oh, and
no. I looked out on the horizon, and like the rooftop across the road, it had like a sort of like, it had a fucking sledge on it, and I can still see it in my mind today.
In that fake memory I gave myself, I see it now.
It's a memory of a memory of a memory of a memory. But when I think about that memory, I go, have I just made up like living in Asia or working in a porn studio? Did I just make that shit up?
Yeah, you've actually just been in Manchester this whole time, but you've told everyone, you're like, I've been in Asia, then I went to Thailand, I did this, and they're like, oh, okay, because we saw you in Tesco last week, but sure.
Yeah, and I'm still living in Asia. I love that you worked in a porn studio. Was it Was it like all sex and glamour, or was it mainly admin?
Oh, it's really boring in the room that I worked in. It was just because I was editing, so I was upstairs. So I realised very early on that I don't like. So I used to edit. When I was a music journo, I used to edit videos of me interviewing bands. And when I couldn't get a job, I just got this job in porn because a recruiter called me up and was like, do you want a job? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, it's editing porn stars' arseholes. And I was like, okay, I'm in. And so that's how that works. But I realised very quickly, whilst I was editing porn stars' arseholes, that I don't like editing stuff that I'm not in. And for me to make that work,
it needed to be your arsehole.
Like, a funny thing happened to me on the way here. Get out, Eleanor.
And put your arsehole away, Jesus. You know, come on.
Everyone look at my arsehole. What's wrong with mine?
Yeah. So I feel like this is leading to a story about then how you ultimately became a porn star just because you couldn't edit it otherwise.
There's definitely video of my arsehole somewhere in the world for sure. But
Asia probably.
Yeah. No. It's just in some probably Tinder hookups fucking phone somewhere. But yeah, I mean, I didn't get paid for it.
Oh, that's disappointing. I feel like you should always get paid for your arsehole. Always.
Yeah, nobody's yet paid me for my arsehole content.
Oh, I'm sorry, hon. You shouldn't have to live your life that way. You deserve more.
Thank you. Am I the only one floating around? Am I the only one that has like just? I mean, is that rude that I said that, or does everybody also have videos of their bits floating around the internet?
Personally, because I'm a bit of a prude, so I've not done that.
I don't think I've got anything floating around the internet. I'm pretty certain. I am quite freaky, especially with like long-term boyfriends. I mean, utterly disgusting whore with men that I love very much. I'm pretty certain there's some like horrible. I mean, my parents watch this, so I won't go too graphic. But I'm pretty certain there's some horrible unseen footage that their current wife is going to find at some point, like on their laptop. It's just going to cause all kinds of problems in their marriage. But anyway. Like, that's just my weird fantasy about what happens to intimate videos. She couldn't live up to how great I was at sucking cock. Sorry, Mum and Dad.
What I love about this is I've just come onto your guys' show and really fucking smuttified what a very sort of beautifully innocent, lovely sort of nice subject matter. I've just absolutely cruded the fuck out of it, so I apologise.
It's nice that you think you've done that, Eleanor, because it's just not true. Carly and I are pretty much smutty a lot of the time anyway, so please don't feel bad.
Thank God.
We've definitely lowered the tone on more than one occasion. It's just that on this occasion you instigated it, and I'm sure we will carry on with it. So don't worry.
Absolutely. Should we read some tarot?
Yes, let's do it.
Easy segues. For those of you who are new to the show, we're going to give Eleanor a 3-card reading. What we're going to do is we're going to ask the cards for some advice for her for the week ahead. As you know, if you've seen this before, you know that Sarah and I don't believe that the cards predict the future. We believe that they're going to give Eleanor a little something to consider and think about, or not. She can just disregard the whole fucking thing if she wants to. That's fine. We don't read reversals. That means that when the cards come out, we only read them upright. We don't read upside down cards on the show. And I think that's about it. Sarah, have I missed anything?
No, I think you've covered it all very nicely. And we don't do reversals because there's 78 cards already and we just don't have the time to learn that twice.
Okay. So Eleanor, what I'm going to do, you saw me read for Sarah at the start. I'm going to just shuffle the cards. When the universe moves you, just say when, and I'll just draw 3 off the top of the deck for you. So,
all right.
Oh, one nearly fell out then. Ooh. If any fall out.
I have no poker face, Eleanor, so please don't be worried if I go, because I'm working on it.
Okay, I've got I'm waiting for my Botox top up, so I feel you on that.
Oh, I haven't had it for a year. I just don't know how to survive it. Anyway, just say when.
Oh, when? It's quite aggressive. Sorry.
Oh, okay. This is good. This is quite an interesting reading. Okay, what I'm going to do is, there's nothing scary here. Don't worry, you haven't got any towers that have popped up. What I'm going to do is we'll do the cards one by one. Me and Sarah will talk to you about it. And then you can just give us your reaction to each thing. Really interestingly, you have got this card here, Temperance. This came up last week, in fact. So what this card is, it's one of the major arcana. The tarot are divided into 2 separate parts. So you've got the major arcana, which are cards like Temperance. They represent sort of bigger ideas, bigger themes, and big sort of life lessons. And you've got the minor arcana, which represent the sort of more day-to-day life stuff. So when Temperance comes up, this is like an exclamation mark in your reading going, look at me, pay attention. In the card, you can see an angel, and he is passing water just effortlessly, letting it flow between 2 cups. This is the card of balance. This is the card of moderation. You can see he's got 1 foot on the ground, 1 foot in the lake, and that's sort of symbolic of having 1 foot in your more in your subconscious, and having that balance of 1 foot in the real world. So 1 sort of internal sphere, 1 foot on the external sphere. It's all about, basically, you know that phrase, like everything in moderation, nothing in excess. So this is the card, basically, that's reminding you that you will be at your happiest when you have balance in your life. However, whatever sort of area in your life, if something is out of balance, that's when something needs to sort of be tweaked or changed. And yeah, so this is, I always think, I said this last week, I always think of this guy as like, the ideal of this guy, the Temperance Angel, is like, he's like a Buddhist monk. Like, he's just well calm. He's moderate. He's like, and that's kind of, I'm not saying that's necessarily the state that you need to be in, because obviously like being really calm is with performers, it's not ever going to really happen. But it's just a reminder. Sorry, my computer keeps updating and bleeping. But I don't know if you can hear that. Just sorry, not to brag.
We all heard. We all heard the updates. That's twice now. We've heard it.
Yeah, it's twice.
It's we know. Sorry, it's just doing it on its own. It's technology. But yeah, this is a card of balance and well, temperance. This is the name on the bottom of the card. Sarah, do you have anything you want to add? Yeah,
what I quite like about this card is I don't know if you can.
Oh,
if you
Oh, you're back!
Oh, I'm now Temperance. Thank you. I only had 2 cups. But yeah, as you can see in the background of the card is, yeah, there's like a little path, and then there's like what looks like, I don't know, like a star, or it's actually supposed to be a crown. And so what this is representing is that with all this stuff that's going on with you trying to have balance, is in the background is basically saying that you need to follow this path. So you need to keep the balance to basically stay on your purpose. So that if you stay, you know, within this sort of like balanced view, and you take everything in moderation, and you sort of slowly progress towards what it is that you ultimately want, then you will get there. So it's not like a fast race. It's just a reminder that you need to have that balance and focus on the purpose, because you will get there, but it's not something you'll get to like straight away. It'll just take some time.
Oh, very deep, very apt for my life at the moment.
Okay. Is it? I love when that happens.
Yeah, so you know, I'm living in Manchester. I'm struggling. I'm living in the past and the blame of maybe a sort of alcoholic decision to do a geographical in the middle of a pandemic. I'm not completely convinced it was the right move to make, but I am trying to rewind the past in my mind and beat myself up about it. So really, in order to allow opportunities to kind of enter into my life, I really need to sit in the present. So yeah, it does make sense.
Good.
It's so interesting what you've just said. It's because your next card is this card. It's the Five of Wands. This is the card. Often I see this as a card of inner conflict, especially to do with so wands are like I always think of them as like the verbs of the tarot deck. They're doing things. So they're your passions, your projects, the things you're making and doing. And in this card, you can see there are 5 guys. They're all fighting with a big old wand. And there's no resolution. They're all out there for themselves. They're fighting for themselves. There's no teams. It's just a fucking free for all. And this is the card I find that sometimes arises. It's those, you know, those like those inner sort of battles that you have with yourself, and your brain is pulling you in one way and then pulling you in the other, and you've just got like so much inner conflict. You just feel like there's sort of no resolution. Obviously, the advice that comes with this card is to try to settle that somehow. And when it's coming up with the Temperance card, it's saying again, underlining this message of balance, that you're out of balance when this card comes up because you're out of balance with yourself. You're fighting your battles with yourself. I mean, sometimes this can represent conflict with other people. But for me, when it comes up, it's generally when I'm feeling like I don't really know what I want, and that I have so many options and I'm sort of conflicted about what to do. Or maybe it can come up when you're having like some negative self-talk and you're like beating yourself up a little bit. Sarah, do you have anything you want to add on the...
Yeah, because I feel like with that one, because with this card, is because everyone's wearing like a different uniform. It's basically saying that there's loads of different opinions and loads of different things going on, and you can't agree on the same thing because you're all coming from different life experience. You're coming from different viewpoints. So it makes me think that either you are having a battle internally, like Carly said, with yourself, that you've got loads of different things coming in, and you actually don't know which one's right and which one's wrong. And so like one day you'll think one thing, the next day you'll think something else, but basically you've got way too much going on and you can't quite see the one thing. And I think, yeah, like Carly said, I think with sort of the whole Temperance card, because you're looking for balance and purpose, the reason why maybe you're not finding that balance or purpose is because you don't know which voice to listen to, because you're constantly having all this conflict. So yeah, which is a real shame, because that makes me feel like you've got quite a lot going on at the moment, and you're just not sure which voice to listen to.
Yeah, I think that's constant throughout. I think that's probably indicative of the fact that that's always I've just got busy head because I can't drink and take drugs anymore. Yeah, okay, I bond with that. I do get that. That's great.
So it's really interesting, this reading, because your final card, it's this idea of balance is being underlined because you've also got the Two of Pentacles. You can see a guy literally filter. He's trying to juggle these 2 coins, and he's not quite managing. He's kind of veering off onto one side. The Two of Pentacles is once again about alignment, about balance, about prioritizing. So about prioritizing what's important to you and dropping any of the juggling balls that just don't matter that much. You want to get to a point where you're juggling as few balls as possible. Because it's a Pentacles card, I do feel like maybe your decision will be led by going where the money is. Pentacles are often to do with either money, finances, material possessions. So it could be that the way to find balance is first of all to kind of assess your finances and see what would make the best sense for you in terms of your financial situation. The thing with this card as well, you can see in the background, there's the ocean, and there's boats on a rocky sea, and they're kind of going up and down and up and down and up and down. When you see water in the tarot, it's often to do with your feelings. So I feel that it's maybe affecting affecting your feelings, making you not feel your best in terms of having all this sort of thing that's just slightly out of whack. I feel like this reading is kind of screaming at you to say, you've got to realign yourself. You've got to find balance. It may not be done straight away, and it may be something you already knew that you needed to do. But I feel like when a reading like this comes up, it's time to sort of think, okay, how am I going to do this? Shall I like write some pros and cons? Shall I just like sort of sit on this for a few days and really make it a priority? And I do feel that the advice that it's giving is that you may find moderation if you first stability to your finances and your priorities, maybe in work, because obviously Pentacles can, because it's to do with money, it can represent how you're making that money and what you're doing to bring in an income. Sarah, do you have anything you want to add to this guy? And I do fucking love his hat, by the way. I do just think it looks like a massive dildo.
Great hat. It's very, I mean, it's not.
No, I'm
it
being
is
all
really a
serious.
statement hat, isn't it? It's really like, I'm in the room, here's my statement hat. I feel like with this card, I find this quite interesting in the links into the previous one. So the previous one with the conflict and now this one is what I quite like is with the juggling of the responsibilities is what it does actually quite say with this card is that when you're focusing on one, you can kind of forget the other. So you can feel like if you're focusing on one aspect of your life, let's say you're focusing on your finances, then maybe, you know, say your love life will suffer because you're focusing on one area rather than the other. And I don't know whether because of the conflict card that you had, I don't know whether you're having all these different conflicts because you're actually not sure which ones that you're supposed to be balancing. You're actually thinking, well, is it this area, is it that area? And so like what Carly said is you've really got to focus on like the boats in the background are like life goes up and down. It always does. You're always going to have this. But what you need to work out are what are the two things that you are most conflicted about that you need to balance, because that's what this whole reading has been about, really. You have balance at the beginning, life purpose, and now you've got balance at the end. So what is it that's the two main conflicts that you're having and how are you able to balance those? And I think like Carly said, it probably is one of them is your finances. So what is the other one that you're struggling with?
Relationships. It could be relationships. The angels holding cups, and cups represent relationships and interpersonal stuff.
Yeah.
Couldn't the two options be money related, but like London money, Manchester money, and I've just got to find out where the fuck the money is, and then that will make the decision for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
you know,
makes sense.
You know, I like, as I said with the tarot, they make you think. So sometimes in a reading, cards will come up and you'll be like, oh my God, yes, I absolutely do need to do this. But sometimes when the cards come up, you're like, no, I don't agree with that. It still made you think. It's still guiding you in the direction that you need to be guided in. Guided? Is that right? It's not gid, is it? You need to be gid.
You need to be gidding. It's guided. So yes, basically we're working on your gidding here, Eleanor.
Yeah.
So focus on your life purpose, and then that's all the giddance that you need.
So yeah. Advice for the week is get your ducks in a row, girl. Try and have a think about what it is that you really want and what's making you feel
money.
You feel bad and shit. Just focus on how we're going to juggle. You want money? Go where the money is.
Money.
I mean, that's the advice. I mean, generally, isn't it?
That's good advice. No point I can't go back to London yet. I've got 4 more months left of my lease. I've just got to stop moaning about it and just find ways to make money through comedy, obviously.
Also, London's not that great. Everything's shut.
Yeah, nothing's going on. You're not missing anything.
Correct.
You're missing
good. I feel better.
Absolutely nothing. So let us know if anything pops up this week. I always like to ask our guests if they can do that, and then we can basically make out that we're real psychics, Eleanor, to all the viewers. So yeah, just
I love it.
What do you mean we are real? What?
She's real. She's real.
Have people come back? Have people come back and gone? Oh, that was totally on spot.
Yeah, loads actually. Yeah,
even we've been like, yeah. We've had a pretty high hit rate, I have to say.
Yeah, and especially with people that have readings at the end and they ask us to pull a card for them. A lot of people will message either Carly or myself or both of us during the week saying, "Oh my God, this has happened," and it's like, "Wow, that's really spot on." So yeah, it happens quite a lot.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah,
so I'm excited too. Let's move on to the fun bit at the end. So we've done a big serious reading. We basically told Eleanor how to live. And now we're gonna have a bit of fun. We are going to do the best bit of the whole show, called "Who's in the Freezer?"
Hey, let me out! It's fucking freezing in here.
There you go.
Shall I explain what that is?
No,
yeah.
I think you ought to.
Who am I putting in the freezer? Is that the thing?
Yeah, so basically this is a spell. So it's a spell that I was taught by my aunt. So my aunt taught me this when I was younger and I've done it ever since. So this spell is basically if you want a person, it can be someone in particular, whether they're really pissing you off and you're like, I'm fed up with their shit, or it could be a certain thing. Usually it is a person, and then you write their name down on a bit of paper, you fold it up and you put it in an ice cube tray, fill it with water, You ice them, so then you've frozen their power, and then you decant it into Sarah's bowl of hate that I then put at the back of my freezer. So every week we have like a competition between like me and the other guest as to, you know, what I would like to put in, what you would like to put in, and then the audience vote. So it's completely up to you what you would like to do. I don't know if you want to go second or first.
Well, I know who I want to put in the freezer. I got stood up last week by Steve from Bumble.
Steve from Bumble.
Tell us the whole story, Eleanor. So, what was he like when you were speaking to him on Bumble? Let's spill the tea. We need to know.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I matched with this guy. Right. So basically, I've been on to Bumble. I've been on the trifecta of dick apps. So Bumble, Hinge, and Tinder. Okay. So the sort of the triangle of dick. This guy kept popping up, and I was like, I'm not swiping right on this guy. He's wearing skinny jeans but big thighs. I was just like, I'm not doing it. And then he kept literally every time he popped up on my every time I opened up my apps, he popped up. I was like, oh my god, the app algorithms want us to meet. Maybe they know something that I don't. So I was like, okay, swipe right. And we proceed to a video call. I was like, this is good. He's really like on it, straight to it. And we have a chat, and he was like, well, let's meet tomorrow at 11 a.m. at this place. And I was like, fine, great. It's a mile away. I wanted to go for a walk that wasn't my immediate neighborhood. I thought, you know what, I'll come to you. There's a nice place where you live. It's a mile away. I'll walk down, and then I'll walk back, and that'll be my 10,000 steps. Win, fucking win. Right. And thing is, I'm running late, so I could jump in an Uber. I go there, I get there, and he's not there. And I basically call him on the Bumble app, because I don't give out a man's number until he's like on the short list of applications. So I called him on the Bumble app, no answer. And I looked around, and I waited for 15 minutes, and then I just left him a very passive-aggressive voice note along the lines of, I really would have appreciated a note because I am very fucking busy. And then he didn't get back to me in like 3 seconds. So I thought, I'm going to tell the teacher. And then I reported him, blocked him for inappropriate offline behavior. And Bumble did nothing. It did nothing. No,
really?
But it's fine. And then,
even when they're like waggling their dick in your face and going, I'm going to rape you with this, all the apps are like, no, you're not. It's fine. He's fine. He can just stick around and just do that to other women. We don't mind. Yeah, wankers. I hate it.
Wait.
Okay.
So anyway, I block him, and then I just did this video on the side of the canal just saying, fuck you, Steve from Bumble, and then it went fucking viral, and it's on 600,000 views on TikTok. So that's, I think, because I geotagged it, hashtag Manchester, hashtag Castlefield, every Steve in Manchester will have been sent that video now, 100%. So I fucking won it.
Bravo, hon.
A round of applause.
Yeah.
We agree with this. I think that's exactly the right thing to do.
And I'm sorry that happened to you, because that's really shit. I've been stood up before, and you just think, what a waste of my time, and how dare you be so rude. It's just unacceptable, especially right now. Just fuck off. Yeah, unacceptable.
Also, in his fucking profile, he put, I'm only looking for high quality women, which should have been a red flag, but I was so distracted by the skinny jeans. I forgot about that.
No. I mean, I'm not victim blaming the stand-up-y here, but if they're looking for high quality women, then they are the worst. They're the pits. Also, is the thing that I see as the biggest red flag on a dating profile is when they they say negative things like no liars or like passive aggressive stuff like I'm looking for a woman who is more than just a filter and a pair of really big eyebrows. You think, oh my god, what woman with big eyebrows burned you? Calm down.
No, she did. She ruined his life with her massive eyebrows. And her, pencils. It obviously really. And that's the thing is, how does any guy think that that's going to get him any kind of interest? Because the moment you see that someone's got like being a real weenie about stuff, you're like, no, thank you. I don't want to take on your baggage. You're already pissed off with me, and we haven't even met yet. I haven't even matched with you yet, and you're annoyed. No, thank you.
I've got big eyebrows, so I'm all right.
Yeah, that's right. I don't do mine either. Wow, so we can't be contenders then. We've all got really natural eyebrows. That's a shame.
So we're fine.
Yeah. My favorite guy is the no drama guy. I don't want no drama. That's the guy that causes the drama.
Oh, when they're like,
he is the biggest drama.
Yeah.
He's like, so I might be drama, but if you tell me I'm drama, then you're the drama.
Yeah, absolutely. I love those guys.
You don't need to say that. No one wants drama. It's like saying I don't want someone with 3 heads. Okay.
Yeah, I agree. That's nomination. Steve from Bumble. Okay, so that is nomination one for the freezer. Sarah, who are you going to nominate?
Well, now mine seems a little bit trivial. What I want to nominate is because it's really starting to grind my gears is the fucking obnoxiously long adverts on YouTube that they now put in the middle of videos. So last night, I've had a stressful week. Last night, I get in, I decide to put on this meditation thing in the background so that I can try and relax because I was feeling really stressed out. And it's like 15 minutes long. And every 5 minutes, it goes, a new fragrance from Estée Lauder. And then it has this really crazy, weird, vibrant music. So I'm just trying to chill the fuck out. And I didn't realize that they used to just put them at the beginning.
In the meditation.
No, but now they're putting them in the middle. So if you have anything that's longer than 5 minutes, you've got a fucking advert about Estée Lauder. I don't like Estée Lauder personally. I don't know why I'm getting this advert. It really wound me up. I want it in the freezer.
I understand that. That's really hard. When you're I don't like it when you're meditating or doing yoga or working out. Like I hate it in the middle of a workout and then it's like, oh, then you've got to press the skip button and you're all like sweaty and minging. And yeah, I hear you. That's hard.
Unacceptable. I'm just sick of YouTube doing that. Just fuck off. And then every time I do it, it comes up with this pop-up now saying, hey, do you want to go advert free? You only have to pay $9.99 a month. I'm like, no, I don't. Piss off. I'm sick of all these subscriptions. Yeah. I'm not paying. I'm just going to deal with Estée Lauder. Thank you very much.
I'm wearing Estée Lauder lipstick today and I think it's fine.
I'm disgusted with that now. And I frankly want to put your lipstick in the freezer as well.
Whoa. Let's not go that far. It's the only red one I've got left. So viewers. Okay, then it's a three-way nomination. Would you like to put in Steve from Bumble? Would you like to put in YouTube videos popping up in the middle of videos, or would you like to put in the company Estée Lauder? Let us know. You can vote by typing into the comments box. We're going to give you time to do that because we're coming towards the end of the show. We're gonna do readings for you, the lovely viewers at home. If you have questions, Eleanor, of course, is a very wise woman. So, Eleanor, you are welcome to jump in with any advice for these people, also, because we know that's what they need. Three random comedians telling them how to live. So, Jim, who do we have? What's the first question? For Caroline. Sarah, do you want to read for Caroline?
Sure, I will. I haven't just dropped my cards everywhere. That hasn't just happened. Just
would you at least do Caroline?
No, I've got it. I picked them all up. Here we go.
There she goes.
I am the ultimate professional. Okay, Caroline, let me pull you a nice card and we'll see what we have for you. Okay. Oh, okay. This is actually a card that I got for myself yesterday. So I'm going to try and hold that up there before Jim can get them on the screen. So we're looking at the 8 of Cups. Now, as you can see in the formation here, it looks like there's a cup missing. And there's not, but so it's a guy who's walking away. So it's basically walking away from something like disappointment and loss, and you're just kind of fed up with stuff, and you're just like, what the fuck is this shit? I'm just annoyed and done with it. So it's you basically thinking, you've probably got to the point where you're fed up with something you don't really want to do, and you just want to walk away from it. And so I would say, yes, 100%, this is something that you should just go with the flow, move on, try and forget about all this loss and disappointment that you're feeling, because unfortunately it is just part of the process of whatever it is you're going through, and just think, you know what, park it, move on, there are greener pastures coming. You know, as you can see, he's walking away towards the mountains and into the unknown, and you think, you know what, start taking a new path and see where that leads you. Be done with all that stuff behind you, because it's not bringing you the happiness that you want.
Yes, absolutely.
Anything to add? Yeah, cool.
I agree. This is the conscious decision to walk away from feelings and relationships that are not serving you. It needs to be a decision. This is not like by some random thing. Like, he's not being like swept away on the breeze. The man is walking off.
Yeah,
you know, he's made a decision to walk away. And also, you can see the moon in the card. When the moon pops up in a tarot reading, it's telling you to trust yourself and to trust that sort of like deep intuition, that sort of like magical part that we all have. You know, the gut feeling. Sometimes you get the gut feeling and you choose to ignore the gut feeling. Speaking of red flags, we've all ignored them, with the men with the eyebrows and the guys who don't want drama. Ignore that gut feeling and we still swipe right. Caroline, don't trust your gut. Walking away from whatever the issue is, it can only bring good stuff. And do you want to
divorce him? That's what we're saying. Divorce him. That's what we're saying. Divorce him.
Put him off.
Divorce him. Chuck him out. Who gives a shit? He's a piece of shit.
No drama.
Good. I'm glad we've all agreed on that. Jim, next card.
Can Carly pull one? Okay?
Yeah,
Carly,
I
off you
can.
go.
That's something I can actually do. Because I use the tarot. So there we go.
Could you just stop being so much drama, please, Carly? Just calm down. No drama.
I can't. I'm going to put it on my profile. People need to know. Okay. Kev, you've got a major arcana card. So once again, these are the big life lessons. Here you go. We have pulled the Hermit. The Hermit is a card reminding you that actually sometimes the answers that you are looking for are within yourself. This is a card of retreating, whether it be physically or mentally or metaphorically, from the hustle, any hustle and bustle. Like, so, I mean, I know we're all kind of doing that, but like take a step back, retreating away in from like your job or the opinions of others. And he's holding a light and guiding himself. So this is a card that reminds you that you can make decisions. You can actually go away and do your own research, do your own learnings. So if you have any issues or problems, the only way to solve them is for you to take that time on your own and actually get that shit done. Anyone want to add anything for Kev and the old Hermit there?
I mean, that's pretty spot on. Just look within yourself. The answers will come from within.
Yes, wonderful.
Exactly.
There we go.
Well, I think we could all listen to our internal self a bit more often. We often like listen to the outside noise a little bit too much, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I agree with you. I fully agree, Eleanor. Any more, Jim? Any more? Any more? Katie Ann!
Katie Ann, yes, a lovely regular. Shall I do this one for Katie Ann?
Yes, you shall.
Oh, I shall.
By the way, I forgot to turn my light on during before the show, and now I'm just sitting in the dark with a ring light pointed at my face. I don't know if you can see it.
That's what I was worried I was going to do. So I turned my lights on when it was still fully sun outside because I thought, I'm going to have the same thing to me. Anyway, sorry, Katie Ann. So this, again, as Carly mentioned earlier, these are the major arcana cards. So this is like a big life lesson. So this is something that you really do need to take on board specifically at the moment. So this is the moon. And as Carly mentioned earlier about when moons do come up in tarot cards, it's all about following your intuition and trusting your gut. But this could also be, like, as you can see, the dogs in the card are sort of howling towards the moon there. And it can be quite an anxiety card. It could be like if you really feel like you're not sure if you can see the woods for the trees. And, you know, things could be coming to you like sort of an illusion where you feel like you've got the hold on something and you know what something means, and actually you really don't. So it's asking you to sort of take a step back, think about things, and really try and follow your own intuition and your gut feelings, because although at the moment you might think that there's something that looks a certain way, it's actually not, and you need to be able to trust your gut and have a good think about something. So if you're looking at making a decision in a particular area, I would take some time and just really think about it and trust the feeling that you've got in your gut, because that will not fail you. Don't know if anyone else has anything they would like to.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think when this card comes up, it can be a reminder not to let your own anxieties overwhelm you, because you have, you know, you can see there's two towers in the background. They're stable, they're strong. There's a lot of like natural stuff in this card. You know, the moon and the animals, and but there is some stability there for you. You know, if you trust yourself, you can build upon that. And as Sarah said, it can be a kind of illusion. Illusion. I just basically got that word out of a tarot book about 3 years ago. But it could be a kind of illusion telling you that there are things that you're not seeing clearly. I always think that little lobster guy, you can see there's a lobster at the bottom of the card kind of creeping out, and the dogs are so distracted howling at the moon that they're not seeing this looming, creeping force. Take a look around, a 360-degree look, and hopefully that should stop some of your anxieties, if you have any.
That's good advice. Yeah.
Anything else you want to add, Eleanor?
I've never seen you look so serious, Carly, or speak so much sense. The usual shit that comes out of your mouth is like usually just batshit. Honestly, she's very good. Are you both very good?
1 hour a week, but she nails it. She's serious.
I need to have this structured time to make sense, because otherwise, well, you all know me. I'm mainly just talking a load of crap.
Also, Also, how can your life be such a... I've spoken to you. Both of our lives are car crash right now, but yet here you are giving lovely, brilliant, awesome, like predictive sort of like statements. Sarah, you and I have just like, you know, we don't know each other very well. So like, you know, you're both doing a great job, but Carly is a bit like car crash.
I mean, my life's a wreck. We all know my life. And in fact, this show came out of my life being such a wreck. I literally had nothing to do. In fact, I invented this show when I was stoned off my tits.
It's a great show.
Poor Sarah in on my mad, drug-addled musings. And look at us now.
It's a great show. I think it's brilliant.
Thanks, babe.
Yeah, it's great.
Jim, we've got a couple more. Lisa Dean, you're on the list already, Lisa. Now's your time to shine. Here we go. I'll do a little shuffle. Just sitting in the dark, Lisa. It's starting to feel a bit ominous.
You need just the mystical element of the cards.
I could put the light on, but I'll look like a real arsehole. Do you mind if I do it? Hang on. Alexa,
do you want me to do it?
Light.
Oh God! Well, yeah.
I can't because I turned Alexa off because she was taking up the internet. Oh God, I'm just sitting in the fucking dark. Anyway,
so
sorry.
Talking to yourself, basically. Then, like, turn on the lights. I mean,
turn on
bless
the lights.
you. That looks really embarrassing. And bring me water.
And someone make my dinner and help me.
Where's my dinner?
Lisa, many apologies for making it all about me again, but we know that I am one to do this. Lisa, your card that you have got is the Four of Swords. Swords are the suit of the tarot that are to do with the mind. So this is all things mental and internal and things, you know, thoughts, communications, intelligence, things like that, all stuff to do with the mind. You can see here, there's a soldier who is at rest. This is the card telling you that actually right now, don't do anything. If you're having racing thoughts, or if you're having an issue or a problem, or something that you're sort of umming and ahhing about or needing to do, now's not the time to act. This is a card to sort of collect yourself, take some time to recuperate. Maybe you've been feeling a bit crap and you need a bit of you time, a bit of self-care. Take the time to recover, to recuperate. When you see this card, it can often be a reminder. Maybe you should do some meditation or take a nice bath. Anyone want to add anything?
The chill the fuck out card, basically. It's just you need to take some time, you need to take some space, whether that's like a bath with petals or whatever it is. Maybe that's just me. But yeah, you just need to take some time, just relax, chill, recenter yourself, figure out what's really going on in your mind. But before you can do that, you're just going to have to chill out. Have some chocolate. It's Easter Sunday.
Yeah. Where are you getting these petals, Sarah? Where are you finding these petals?
Well, you can buy... I was bought them for a gift, but you can get like these rose-shaped petals that you can get that put in your bath, and then they sort of dissolve, and then they give a nice smell, and you know you feel like you're in luxury. Yeah,
yeah. Get yourself some of those, babe, and you'll be fine.
Glass of wine, chocolate.
Lovely,
nice chill.
Bit of chocolate, get in the bath. Eleanor, anything you want to add about self-care, hats, petals?
Have a lovely wank, maybe.
Okay.
Treat yourself
yourself to a new sex toy. How often do you get a new sex toy? Not that often.
Yeah, not that often. Of course, yeah, no. I mean, I'm not, like really rare, yeah.
You just see what's in that fucking desk next to Sarah. It's like, you know in films where they go into the walk-in closet and there's just shoes everywhere. It's not shoes in Sarah's house.
I live alone, it's fine. Any more cards, Jim?
I think there's one more.
Okay. Oh, lovely name. I don't know if I can. Yep, but I can.
Corsage? I may have butchered that. I'm sorry.
Right, let me see. So this one. Let me see if I can zoom in. There we go. So this is the Six of Wands. So this is like a victory, success, public recognition card. So it could be that maybe you're working on something at the moment and you really want to be recognized for that, for what you're doing. So maybe it's something along those lines that with work, you feel like you've worked on something that's a really intense project and you're at the point now where you want to reap the rewards of it and you want to reap the sort of public benefits of it. And you just think, yeah, I've done a really great job here. You know, I've been victorious, I've been successful. Yay me. And it's quite a nice card. It's sort of like you're progressing in your career and you're feeling sort of quite confident about it, and you're just you know, you're slowly getting there. You're on your horse and everyone's like, yay, well done you. They're throwing their sticks in the air. Enjoy. It's a nice card. So I feel like if you've been working on something, you're going to actually get the recognition for it soon, and you'll be able to enjoy that and embrace the success, because I feel like it's going to lead to a lot more.
I agree with that. Embrace your successes. I think especially I don't know about you, but so I always sort of feel apologetic sometimes for when I do really well at something. I'm like, oh well, it wasn't actually that good. Oh, like no, own your successes. Be proud of what you've done. If the card does come with a warning, though, I sometimes get this card for that moment of like, yes, embrace your successes, but also if you do care a lot about what other people think, and if you're doing things for the approval of others, now's the time to take a look at that and maybe just live your best life for you. So
I wanted that card. That seems like a great card. I just oh, you're full of conflict. You need to have some balance in your life. I want that fucking card.
We don't get
me feel happy.
Sometimes we get the Tower of Destruction and we just have to go with it.
You don't get the cards you want, you get the cards you need, girls. Yeah. Sat there with my man on my horse with his massive penis this week.
Oh, yeah, really happy for you. So happy for you with that.
Yes, claiming it. I'm
good.
So yes, claim your success. I think that's the end of the cards. Is it? Oh no, it is not. A general reading. Sarah?
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
You just do that. Oh, I can't remember who's done what. I think
I'm happy to do another. It's fine.
Sitting in the fucking dark.
Oh, the Empress. What a card. Okay, so this is another major arcana card. So if you've been watching the full show, you'll realize from what we said earlier, this is like life lessons, messages from the universe, something you really need to take on board. So this is a real feminine energy card because this is the Empress. And what I love about this card, it's all about being abundant and at one with nature and really embracing that. So, you know, with your male or female, embracing that kind of feminine energy and abundance. And so as you can see, she's got like a robe full of pomegranates on there, it's sort of showing the fertility and the nature happening behind her. It's just a really lovely, warm, embracing card where you just really embrace everything that you are and think, you know what? I'm fucking awesome. I'm a fucking queen. This is great. And just embrace and get everything and all your energy from the nature around you. This is just such a lovely card, a real positive one, really strong.
Also, if you are having sex this week, please use a condom if you don't want to get pregnant, because that card can also mean that.
Yeah, fertility. I think that's good advice anyway. I think just in general, use a condom.
Yeah, unless you're trying to have a baby.
Unless you're trying to have a baby.
The Holy Spirit led me here. I thought it's just comedy, but I got the best advice here. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. Lovely compliment.
Can we now say our show is endorsed by the Holy Spirit, or is that blasphemous?
Well, we might get struck down, and I've already got the tower on the cards this week. So you can say it, and I'm just going to go.
We don't want to fuck with the Holy Spirit. If there's one
I really don't. Not this week.
It's that guy.
No, next week, but no, not today. Not today.
No.
Any more?
No, I'm overjoyed.
Freezer.
I've got a quick question. When you took all my shit cards out of the deck, did they go back into the deck?
100%. 100%. Do you want to ask a question? We can do you another one and see if you get something else.
Yeah, right then.
Yeah, if you've got a specific.
Have you got a specific question? I'll do you one card reading.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so this is how my mind is at the moment. I've got to move flat because there's a building site outside my house. I've been offered 2 flats. Should I take the one overlooking the chimney tower, or should I take the one that is overlooking the rooftop but will eventually become too expensive?
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw you 2 cards, and we're going to have one card representing the chimney tower and one card representing the rooftop. And just see what the universe has, you know, there may be issues that come up in the cards. So I'm just going to...
I'm very nervous.
I'm going to cut the deck in half, and I'm just going to do the top 2 cards. Okay, so the first card, which was the chimney one, it's looking good. I feel like if you pick that card, this is the 9 of Cups. This is someone who is content with what they have, and they've got some emotional fulfillment going on there. So they've worked hard. They've earned their happiness, basically. And you can see the guy sitting on his bench. He's surrounded by his cups. He's got his nice hat on. He's feeling good. He's happy. He's feeling good and happy. And it's a card of contentment, basically. It's maybe not ecstatic happiness, but it's happy general contentment.
Yeah, it's not long-term happiness either. So the guy's sitting on a bench, and the sort of the symbolism of that is that you can't sit on a bench for a very, very long period of time because you'd start to get a sore ass. So this is basically that you will be content for the period of time that you're there, but it's not like a long-term contentment.
That actually makes sense.
Okay. Cool. Right.
I feel like this is the better of the two options, because I feel like this card we have got here for the 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands is about things fast moving. So I feel like if you pick your other option, which is the one that's going to be too expensive, I just think it's going to be a flash in the pan. I think you're going to be there, and then you're not going to be there, or something may happen, or not that I particularly use them for divination, but I would say that the vibe of this is it's something fleeting. It's not stable. It's not a stable thing for you.
But the other one's not stable either. The other one's the contentment one's not very long.
But it's still contentment for the period that you're there, whereas the other one is more, it's too much fast action, and the thing is, the other card can also the one with all the wands, is it can sometimes mean quite a lot of travel, but quite quick and quite swift, like Carly said. So it could be that you might end up moving there, and there'll be quite a lot of changes, and you'll end up having to move again. It'll be something that will trigger lots of different things. So I do believe that the more positive one will be the first one.
Yeah, it's speed. This is a speedy card. This is
speedy card, fleeting.
Away you go, guy. You're gone.
Yeah,
off you go. This card.
I love.
When we say it's not long term, I mean there is some length to it. It's not.
Oh, there is. It's not forever.
Short term. She's not talking weeks. You're talking potentially years. It's just not your forever home.
It's not your forever home, but it's like short term contentment.
So
I love the fact that I'm going to build real world actions based on this. So thank you, ladies.
Yeah. Well, oh no, we do all the time, and look at where we are in our lives. Everything's fine.
Carly, you're a property owner. You're fine.
I'm fine, guys. I mean, like, I am a property owner, but I still would like your money. So please, as I said at the beginning of the show, send it. I'm not.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
It's fine. She's got loads of money.
I would love to redo my kitchen, so if you can just send the money. I haven't got a job. I haven't got a fucking job anymore. So Eleanor, let's find out who won the freezer. We put long YouTube ads went in. Wow, that is.
You know what though? As much as I love that, and thank you for everyone for voting for that, I am still going to put Steve from Bumble in the freezer, I think.
Yes!
I think that's an exception, and I feel like Steve from Bumble should be the exception. I'm putting that twat in. I'm sorry. Yeah, unacceptable behaviour. So thank you. Yes, overruled. Steve from Bumble. Yeah, I'm breaking it. I'm sorry. There's some things I can't tolerate. The world is already shit. We don't need to have horrible men standing us up. So yeah, I'm sorry. He's going in. Going in as well.
Oh, I really appreciate that. You are this week, Sarah. You've basically just taken that whole game and just told the audience it doesn't matter, which it doesn't.
No, it does matter because I'm not putting the Estee Lauder lipstick in there. I'm not. So there were 3, and I'm just putting in 2. So actually, I'm still sticking within the rules firmly.
Yeah, wonderful. I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased, babe. I love that. We're coming towards the end of the show. Before you all get back to your lives and go and do your thing, lovely viewers, please stick around and listen, because Eleanor, do you have anything you would like to plug so people can find you and support you?
Yes, I'm doing a work in progress new material show of a show that I'll tour at some point on the 16th and 17th of April. It's called Front Row Show, and tickets are available from my website, eleanorconway.com. Also, as Carly mentioned, I do a lot of dating and fucking weird, dumbass online content. So if you're on Instagram or TikTok, come and find me at Eleanor Conway. And that's it. Thanks.
Yep, it's scrolling down the bottom. You have no excuse. So please follow. And Sarah, do you have anything you want to plug?
I actually do. So I'm doing the Brighton Fringe, which I didn't think I would be doing because they've all been like postponed. So I'm doing 2 dates at the Brighton Fringe on the 19th and 20th of June. It's going to be at 1:30, and you think I'd remember the venue, but I can't right now. So follow me on Instagram, and I will keep you updated. And if you want to come and see me perform live comedy, because I'm actually quite amusing in person, come to Brighton and see me.
Excellent. And I'm going to plug my podcast. It's called The Truth Club. I do it with my lovely friend Elisa Kiria, who has been on the show a couple of times, so you may have seen her. And yeah, we're really enjoying making it, and it's getting quite a lot of downloads. So we're very pleased with it, and we would love you guys to join the fun. You can download it basically anywhere that makes podcasts available to download, because I have made sure that will fucking happen. You're not missing us. It's called The Truth Club. It's at Truth Club Podcast on Instagram if you want to follow it, but also you can it's basically, I'm scrolling on the bottom. Just find me and ask me. And the other thing I want to plug is obviously Tarot, nice to meet you, because we're back here next Sunday at 7 with Matt Richardson joining us, and we're going to read his tarot. So yeah, that's it. We hope you have a nice Easter. Thank you, Eleanor, for joining us. We love having
Thank you. It was awesome.
Excellent. Well, happy Easter, everyone. And I'm going to go and turn some lights on. Bye, bye, bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching Tarot Nice to Meet You, which is produced by Comedy Hotspot. See you next Sunday at 7 p.m.